Okay, so there was a lot there, but I would say in the first one, the first thing I'll say is that innovation entrepreneurship is not easy, because if it was, there would be far more successes and everyone would be doing it. The second point that you raised, and the idea of like maybe the psychology or the mindset, because we do naturally fall in love with our idea. It's an attack on our character. To me, this is where there is a triggering moment that I find many founders have when they switch from wanting to see their idea work, so wanting to make sure their idea works, to wanting to make sure some idea works. And this is a separation of our ego from our projects. For me, this happened around that 2009 timeframe, where I had built many products. Some were successful, some weren't, but I became more interested in not wasting time building unsuccessful products. And so I'm the first person, when I have an idea, I fall in love with it. But going back to what I said in the talk, we have to rigorously test it, more rigorously than even our investors, because we are investing, as we being the product people, we're investing our time, and we want to make sure it's going to be worthwhile at the end. So this is a search versus execution mindset. And it's not, I can just tell people and transform them. This is something that they have to live themselves, is when you, like myself, have spent years building something and realize that you're trying to brute force an idea that doesn't work and shift mindset to saying, now let me start testing. That's the switch that I'm talking about. So to me, it requires a triggering event or a transformation moment for that to happen. A switch goes off. The part of science not being perfect, I would say it's even harder in entrepreneurship, because in entrepreneurship, we are dealing with social sciences. We're dealing with humans who are irrational. The other aspect that's challenging in the early stages is we don't have as much data points. Like when you are a large company like a Google or a Facebook or some large company like that, you can have millions of data points and use a lot of experiments and get to statistical significance. A lot of what we do in the early stages of a project is more qualitative. So we are, yes, not chasing this in a perfectly scientific manner. We are chasing for signals in the noise, but finding why something works and doesn't work is what keeps us going. So that would be how I would maybe address some of those earlier questions. The last one about applying this to your own life, I completely believe this, and actually I do it. There are a few blog posts that I've written over the years. I've applied this. I love to cook. I love food. And so I apply this in my cooking. You can come up with ideas and experiments. You can follow a recipe. You can change things. So it can be very, very scientific and iterative. You can apply this to one's career. I've applied it to how I have built my company and how I have optimized things that I am good at, and things that I'm not so good at, how I've either delegated it or automated it. So using this iterative approach, just like we are building products, you can, in theory, apply this in many aspects of your life. Hopefully that answers the question, but we can, of course, keep going on that for a while.
Thank you.